Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today's topics are characteristics of measurement system, measurement of errors and classification of errors. Characteristics of measurement system. Before selecting an instrument for a particular application, it is better to understand the characteristics of that instrument. The performance characteristics of an instrument are mainly divided into two categories. They are static characteristics and dynamic characteristics. First, move on to static characteristics. The attributes or characteristics that changes slowly with time or that does not vary with time are called static characteristics. There are 12 different static characteristics. They are accuracy, precision, sensitivity, linearity, reproducibility, repeatability, resolution, threshold, drift, stability, tolerance, and last one is range or span. The first characteristic is accuracy. Accuracy is degree of closeness with which the reading approaches the true value of the quantity to be measured. And we can explain the accuracy in three different ways. They are point accuracy, accuracy as a percentage of scale span, accuracy as a percentage of true value. And first is point accuracy. Such an accuracy is specified at only one particular point of scale and it does not give any information about the accuracy at any other point on the scale. Second is accuracy as a percentage of scale span. When an instrument has uniform scale, its accuracy may be expressed in terms of scale range. We know that some type of instrument, the scale is uniform, like MC meters, moving coil meters, and in case of moving iron meters, the scale is not uniform. The third one is accuracy as a percentage of true value. The best way to conceive the idea of accuracy is to specify it in terms of the true value of the quantity being measured. And second character is precision. It is measure of reproducibility. That is, given a fixed value of a quantity, precision is a measure of the degree of agreement within the group of measurement. Next term is sensitivity. Sensitivity denotes the smallest change in the measured variable to which the instrument responds, and it can be expressed in other ways. It is a ratio of change in output to change in input. Mathematically, it is sensitivity equal to infinitesimal change in output divided by infinitesimal change in input. See the graph. In the first graph, the characteristics is linear. In the second graph, in the initial portion, it is linear, then curve, then almost a straight line. In case of linear characteristics, we can simply say that sensitivity is output divided by input. In this case also, sensitivity is change in output by input, but the change is different in different region of this curve. See, this in the initial region, this is the value of delta Q0 and delta Qi. Delta Q0 is change in output, Qi is change in input. See, in this region the value is different. The fourth characteristic is linearity. The linearity is defined as ability to reproduce the input characteristics symmetrically and linearly. Fifth term is reproducibility. That means it is degree of closeness with which a given value may be repeatedly measured. It is specified in terms of scale reading over a given period of time. And sixth character is reproducibility. It is defined as variation of scale reading and random in nature. And seventh character is resolution. If the input is slowly increased from some arbitrary input value, it will again be found that the output does not change at all until a certain increment is exceeded. This increment is called resolution. That means in some cases, if we are providing some input to the measuring instrument, there will be no output. And if we are slowly increasing the input or the measurement, the instrument produce an output. That small change in increment is called resolution. The eighth characteristic is drift. Drift is also divided into three terms. They are zero drift, span drift, and zonal drift. First, zero drift. It means if the whole calibration gradually shift due to slippage, permanent set, or due to undue warming up of electronic elements in the instrument. It is called zero drift. Zero drift is normally appeared in laboratory instruments. We are also called it as zero error. The second one is span drift or sensitivity drift. If there is proportional change in the indication all along the upward scale, the drift is called span drift. The last one is zonal drift. In case the drift occur only a portion or span of an instrument, it is called zonal drift. And ninth one is threshold. Threshold means if the instrument input is increased very gradually from 0, there will be some minimum value below which no output change can be detected. This minimum value defines the threshold of the instrument. I am already told that in some cases if we are applying some input to the instrument, there will be no output. And if we are increasing the input, the output is present. The minimum input required to produce the output is called threshold. The 10th term is stability. It is the ability of an instrument to retain its performance throughout its specified operating life. And 11th one is tolerance. The maximum allowable error in the measurement is specified in terms of some value, which is called tolerance. The tolerance is normally expressed as percentage value like plus or minus 2%, plus or minus 5%, etc. The last static characteristics is range or span. It is the minimum and maximum value of a quantity for which an instrument is designed to measure is called range or span. Then move on to dynamic characteristics. Dynamic characteristics are characteristics that changes with time. They are mainly classified into 4 types. They are speed of response, measuring lag, fidelity, and dynamic error. Speed of response means it is defined as the rapidity with which a measurement system responds to changes in the measured quantity. And measuring lag is the retardation or delay in the response of a measurement system to changes in the measured quantity. Actually, speed of response and measuring lag are somewhat opposite. Speed of response is when we are given a particular input, at the same instant the output will present, then we can able to say that the system is having a good response. If there is a delay, then it is called measuring lag. The third characteristic is fidelity. It is defined as the degree to which measurement system indicates changes in the measured quantity without dynamic error. And fourth chara is dynamic error. It is the difference between true value of the quantity changing with time and the value indicated by the measurement system if no static error is assumed. And the dynamic error is also called measurement error. Next, move on to the second topic, that is measurement of errors. We know that no system is ideal. So, definitely there is some difference between measured value and the true value of an instrument. It is impossible to measure the exact value of the measurand. There is always some difference between the measured value and the absolute value or true value of unknown quantity. The difference between these two are called absolute error. Absolute error can be written as delta A, and it is equal to AM minus AT. AM stands for measured value and AT stands for true value. The absolute error is also written as epsilon 0. And one more term, that is relative error. It is represented by epsilon r. Epsilon r equal to absolute error divided by true value. It is equal to epsilon 0 divided by 18. And we can express the error as a percentage value. It is calculated by relative error into 100. Next, move on to classification of errors. The origination of error may be of different type. They are classified into three main types. They are gross error, systematic error, and random error. The first error is gross error. Gross error mainly occur due to carelessness or lack of experience of human being. And these errors are also occur due to incorrect adjustment of instruments. And these errors cannot be treated mathematically. And these errors are also called personal errors. Gross error occurs mainly due to human mistake. So, we can able to minimize this error by taking great care while taking the reading, recording, and calculating the results. Without depending on only one reading, at least 3 or more reading must be taken for minimizing this type of error. It is better to prefer take the reading by different person. And the second type of error is systematic error. Systematic error is normally a constant uniform deviation of the operation of instrument. There are three types of systematic error. They are instrumental error, environmental error and observational error. First, move on to instrumentational error. These errors can be mainly due to three reasons. They are shortcoming of instrument, misuse of instrument and loading effect. The loading effect means in some type of instrument, the energy from in some type of instrument, the instrument takes some energy from the input. This may affect the actual reading of the instrument, and this process is called loading effect. And the last type of error is environmental error. As we all know, these errors are due to the conditions external to the measuring instrument. The various factors resulting these environmental errors are temperature changes, pressure changes, thermal EMF, aging of equipment and frequency sensitivity of instrument. And this type of error can be minimized by using proper correction factors and using the information supplied by the manufacturer of the instrument. And another way to minimize this type of error is reducing the effect of dust, humidity on the components. And third classification of error is observational errors. We can understand this error from the name itself. These are the errors introduced by the observer. These are many sources of observational error like parallax error while reading a meter, wrong scale reading, etc. And the third classification of error is random errors. Some errors are still result, though the systematic and instrument errors are reduced or at least accounted for. The cause of such errors are unknown and hence the errors are called random error. Thank you for watching.